Should dealers be worried about getting their lunch eaten by Carvana or the CarMax or the large conglomerates? Absolutely. They're already losing tons of cars that they could be buying to Carvana and CarMax already. And I went, while training a dealer literally yesterday, I was walking them through, because everybody thinks Carvana is so easy. And you go in, it just shows, type in your license plate number in your state. And then it goes to the second screen and you have to fill out a bunch of information. Next screen, a bunch of information. Most trade tools on most dealership sites are easier than that. And yet it's about perception. And those large entities are winning the perception game. They're making it sound easy. They're making it sound simple. The average consumer that buys a vehicle from Carvana still is, on average, from what I've heard, 21 back and forths with a representative from Carvana. So it's like they're in BDC. So it's not like there's anything that a single dealership is doing for the most part that Carvana is doing that the dealership cannot do. All these dealers were bending over backwards during 2020 COVID, not 2021 COVID, but 2020 COVID. People were bending over backwards saying, hey, we'll pick up your vehicles and we will give sight unseen offers and we will ship vehicles wherever you go and we will sanitize. They do all this. And the moment the collective subconscious of our country deemed it was over and inventory started getting scarce, we all have a real take it or leave it attitude. Everybody's like, hey, we got it. You want it? What it's going to be, and that's what it is. And do I feel that consumers pick up on this? Consumers realize that we go with the flow, and the moment we have the upper hand again, we'll jam it down their throat. Yes, I think we do that. And I think it's going to cost us in the future. The best dealers are the ones that have realized these new tactics and continued them on. We're not that far away from dealerships not turning into anything more than test drive centers and service outlets. For those that even need test drive centers and service outlets, we have not proven as organizations, even though we do amazing things for the community that cannot be overlooked. If all dealerships were to go, I can't imagine where our communities would be without our taxes, without our philanthropic efforts. Right. With that said, if we turn into test drive centers and service outlets, which I predict is going to happen maybe within the decade, we haven't done a good enough job proving that the actual transaction needs to take place between the four walls of a dealership. It can take place on a phone. And where Carvana, in some cases, are beating dealers is that consumers have always known that they get the most money if they sell private party, and somehow Carvana has tricked them into thinking, well, I sold a private party to Carvana.
Vehicle Hero is our answer, is the collective dealership answer to a Carvana or a Vroom or a CarMax, giving dealers the ability to connect, to proactively reach out to anyone who lists a vehicle for sale in their marketplace and to put an offer in front of them. So we've built Vehicle Hero to go out to consumers who have a car for sale and make it really easy for them to connect directly with every dealership that's in their town. The goal is not to pit one dealer against another. I don't think anybody is afraid of some healthy competition. But the ultimate goal is to keep those vehicles and those relationships that are attached to those vehicles local, to keep them in the community.